Good morning, listening. This is Ron Couming from RCS Technology. You are listening to, hear me? Hi, this is Ron Couming from RCS Technology Solutions, and you are listening to the Internet Marketing and Business Solutions radio show, heard weekly from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 980 WCAP, where everybody gets it. Today, the point of this show is I break this show, it's an hour-long show, I break it up into three sections. The first two sections, I bring in subject matter experts that will help business owners and entrepreneurs achieve even greater success with actionable tips. And in the third section, I will give you some personal tips on how to achieve even greater success using Internet marketing. All this is free. None of the guests get paid to be on the show, and I don't get paid to be on here either. This is just to help you guys out. So our first guest today is Sarah Michaels. Sarah Michaels works with visionary entrepreneurs who are ready to get comfortable using visible, to get visible. I'm trying to do this a different way today. Who are being visible, and who want to let go of their cookie-cutter strategies and to find their unique marketing personality with their words and message and deliver it with confidence and power, unlike I just sounded. So I could probably use some of Sarah's tips. Sarah, you on the line?
Yes, hello. Well, thanks for having me, Ron.
Thank you so much. I'm actually trying to do this show right now. Even though I'm in the radio station, I'm doing it from my phone because I'll be in St. Croix for 2 months, so I'm practicing. Sorry about that. But if you can hear me and I can hear you, from this point on, we should be good.
We're doing good. Great. Well, I'm so happy to be here, and I love that you're experimenting with a new way. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's only because I'm going, like I said, I'm going to St. Croix for 2 months, and I don't want the show to be just a bunch of reruns.
Good man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us more. I mean, I kind of butchered your introduction. I apologize for that. But tell us more about who you are and what you do and how you help entrepreneurs.
Yeah, thank you. Well, as you said, my name is Sarah Michael. My company is called Sparkling Results, and my work is focused on the messaging, marketing, and mindset of running a business, being an entrepreneur, marketing ourselves, making money in business, and getting both that inner, which is the mindset aspect, handled, and the outer, which is the messaging, the marketing, the sales and making offers, and lead generation can be the most elusive. You know, we can master a lot in our businesses and still have inconsistent lead generation. That can be a big part of our work. And I'm really all about, there's so much confidence. One of the things I like to say is, if we don't know what to do and we're afraid of doing it, you better be sure we're not going to do it. We're not going to take that action. But it's amazing, even if there's still some fear or doubt or trepidation, if we know what to do, if we know what to say, it's so much easier to psych ourselves up and go out and do that thing or say that thing or have that conversation or speak on that stage. So it's that balance and that integration of the whole marketing sphere that I'm really focused on. A lot of trainings today, they're wonderful, but they're siloed. They go really deep into one aspect, your story, your talk, your funnel, whatever. They go really deep. And what's needed often is I'm not saying toss out that strategy. That's a wonderful thing. But let's make sure it's talking to the other aspects of your business and your marketing. Let's make sure that your marketing is integrated, that it's basically referencing itself, pointing, directing, leading towards your offer, leading towards a space where it's going to make sense for them to sign up and be a client or sign up and buy your product.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds excellent. So you kind of help people kind of get clear on what they're doing and then do it.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, get clear on what you're about to do and what you're about to say. I find so often, even with myself, I'm like the queen of words over here, but if I don't know, if it's a new situation to me, I need my coach to help me find the words. So what are you going to say when you get there? It can be a big reason why we stay behind or we don't go, or if we go and show up, we don't really put ourselves out there in our in a confident space, just owning what we're about, owning what we have to sell.
I love it. And it sounds like you help people with their messaging and their wording as well as the delivery of it.
Absolutely. That to me is ground zero. You know, there's lots of trainings out there about the marketing strategies. And if your words aren't right, if your messaging isn't going to connect with your ideal client, all those strategies won't work as well. They may work a little just because it's effort and action, but they're not going to resonate on the grand scale they might. So we have to have our words right. We have to, and when I say right, I don't mean right and wrong. I mean the words that are going to resonate and capture the heart of the person you're seeking to help. And then there's the conversational. So that's the messaging piece. What do you say? What's your brand message? What do you lead with? What do you emphasize? And then there's the conversational part. How do you have conversations with people, online or off? That I speak a lot as marketing is leadership, because it is. You know, we can take a really passive approach to marketing, or we could say, hey, y'all, follow me. It's this way, like a leader. And here's my next offer, or here's my next offering, or here, have this. And we're leading people through that marketing and sales process. It is leadership. And if we think like leaders, I actually think there's a shift that can be made in our head. Like, this is actually my job, right? You know, like I am responsible for leading people through my marketing funnel.
I love it. And it's also I like how you said about the conversational and the different levels, because when I work with clients, we do, like I said earlier, we do internet marketing, but a lot of it is getting your message, in front of the correct people. And in order to do that, it's about solving the problem. It's not about having a brochure or telling somebody this is what I do. You have to position yourself in such a way that they understand that you're going to solve their problem. And sometimes they don't even realize their problem until they receive your message. And then they realize their problem and that you can be the potential solution.
Well, exactly right. I mean, those conversations are where the sales happen, typically. You know, I'm a big advocate that you don't need a web page, you don't need a landing page, you don't need all the online bells and whistles necessarily to make money, but you need to be able to open your mouth and have a powerful conversation. You know, and all the online stuff are helpful, that totally and worth it. And, you know, I see entrepreneurs often, well, I can't get started until I have a website. That's not true. You know, not at all. You know, all you need to do is open your mouth.
Yes, and that's true. And I agree with you that if you're going to meet people, if your target audience is somebody that you're going to meet in person, then having that skill set is vital. However, if you are offering products and services that people aren't within, I mean, how many people can you meet in a given day?
Right.
So you definitely, at some point, maybe you don't need it to start, but you certainly need to be online, and the sales funnels and the web pages and websites more so than a web page itself. But those things are fundamental to going forward. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning.
Absolutely. It's not never do it. It's just don't let that stop you, right?
All day.
And then integrate that stuff. But, you know, you can start making money without all the online, you know, aspects.
Yep, and then you start
and then you need to use the money to fund the building of the online presence. would be the best way, you know. Yeah.
And that's excellent, because I do a lot of networking, and I come across some people who have that ideology and may actually be in that position. So I'm glad. I mean, I've spoken to you many times, and I've met you previously at different events, but hearing you even go more into detail, I think that, you know, when I come across them going forward, now I can refer them to you, and that will help them build up, and then they can come back to me after. And not only will they have more money to get the online services, but more importantly, they'll have that messaging down, and that's priceless.
Mm-hmm. It is priceless, because here's the thing. Without the messaging online, you're dead in the water, because the one main job we have online is catching attention, stopping the scroll, as I say. Stop them. Make them hit pause. Make them read. your post, your email, your message. Because if we can't catch their attention, the online world is a very noisy place. We have to rise above the noise and get noticed. That's our first job. Then the rest of the work starts. And without the messaging, people are just going to pass you by. I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I was going to say I love it, and you're 100% right. You have to. There is so much noise out there that you have to set yourself apart.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, it's so crucial. So really crucial.
Is. And if you were, what is like one or two tips that people could actually use to get started? And I want to make sure you give your contact info. And just for the listeners, if you don't have the ability to write down her contact info when she gives it out, please know that this episode, as all episodes, are archived both on my website, rcstechnologysolutions.com, and WCAP980AM.com's website. So you can go back. It'll be up in a couple of days when I get the clips and then I put them up. And so you can go back and listen to the episode to both learn more, but also to get the information to contact Sarah. But Sarah, could you give the listeners a couple of tips on how maybe they could get started, and certainly how to contact you?
Totally, yes. One just popped into my head that I think would be perfect given our discussion, which is let's talk a little about the difference between benefits and features. I find that to be a very elusive concept. It is what is taught in, MBA programs in the marketing tracks. They are benefits. That's what people get when they work with you. And there are features. Nobody understands features. I didn't understand features, I think, until about 10 years ago, and I've been working in marketing for 20 years. But I really didn't internalize features. So I speak of features as how you get the result for your client, how you get your client the benefit. I find that's a better way to think of features, because then, how we get the result is the fact that we have certain skill sets. It's the fact that we have an MBA, if we have an MBA. It's our training. It's our credentials. It's our tools and methodologies and modalities. Like, your results, Ron, are more traffic, more clients, more money in the simplest sense. Your features are the online presence, the YouTube, the social media channels, the email marketing, the funnels. Those are your how. That's how you get the benefit. And I offer it as a tip and a clarification because so many entrepreneurs start with how they do their work. I use X, Y, and Z methodology to get you. No, I get you there. And then maybe I'll tell you about the methodology or how I get you there. But first and foremost, we want to be focusing on those benefits and know the difference with the features. The features are important too, but less so, and they should be second. And this is kind of dovetailing into my second tip, which is that there are 3 layers, as I call them, to marketing, whether on a page or in a conversation. That first layer is focused on the benefits. You want to tell the person what your clients get, what how you help, or not how, sorry, what they get when they work with you, the benefit they receive. That's that first layer. That's how you catch attention, because nobody cares until you tell them what you can do for them, right? So that's that first layer. Focus on your benefits. This is conversational and in writing online. Second layer is a little freer. You don't have to just stay with benefits. You can talk about benefits in the second layer. You can talk about client success stories that demonstrate benefits, demonstrate outcomes. You can talk about different from like client stories, but actual, client scenarios where they came to you, they said X, you said Y, they saw that they needed you. That would be another great thing to share, kind of social proof in that second layer. Third layer is when you talk about credentials, your how, your features, your training, your methodologies, your certifications, your tools. There's people who do Entreport support, and they are certified Entreport, consultants. They pay a lot of money to get certified as this type of support. that should be that third layer, because that's not what their clients get. It's how they get the results. So I would offer those up. Is that pretty good, Mr. Ross?
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean,
awesome.
Just to capsulate it, too, that is one of the main things I tell my clients, that your website is not a brochure. If you're merely up there, and that's your content, physical structure aside, it's the content that carries the day, and that's what you're talking about. And your content, you have to lead with the benefits and value. Why should somebody hire you over somebody else? And then you can talk about your USP, which you talk about credentials. You call them your credentials in different steps. I call them your unique selling proposition. What sets you apart? What distinguishes you, and what will solidify in their mind that you're the one who can solve their problem. But I love the key message there is to lead with the benefits and the value. That is priceless information.
Awesome. Thank you. And just to share how to find me, how to get in touch, my website is sparklingresultscoaching.com. And I know this is going to be up on the web page, so I won't say that 14 times or spell it. And if you wanted to get in touch and have a conversation and see what might, what I have that might help you, you can go to the URL talkwithsarah.com. and just sign up to talk with me. We'll have a conversation, see where you're at, and if I'm a good fit to help you out, we'll figure that out as well. Talkwithsarah.com would be the way to speak with me, and then sparklingresultscoaching.com is how you find out more and see my webpage, see what I have online. Yes.
That's excellent. Now, do you have books or an online course, too? Have you written any books?
Have an online course, and that would be found on my website. Online course is Project U. It is a video confidence course. You will get comfortable being seen on video. And it's a 21-day course. It's only $97. It's profound, seismic, fast-track growth. You will be so much more comfortable being yourself online, on camera, or off after our 21 days together. And to find that, you can go to sparklingresultscoaching.com/project-U.
And just to follow up on that, the video is the way the world is going right now. So people have to do their marketing on video, but getting that messaging down, getting comfortable. I have found so many times that people are just nervous about, you can do it with your smartphones nowadays. I mean, some videos you're going to want much more professionalism in there, but you're certainly going to want to have the videos. We're coming up to a hard break right now. Sarah, I want to thank you so much. Listeners, again, this episode, as all, is archived on my website, rcstechnologysolutions.com. You've been listening to Ron Couming of RCS Technology Solutions, the Internet Marketing and Business Radio Show.